Hi beautiful people, you're welcome back again to my channel. I know it's been a while since you actually saw my face on any of the videos on here, and yes, it's been a while. I'm sure you miss me. Well, I miss me too, and I'm back here with my face spilling some tea and some juice about my life so far. Hi lovely people, my name is Yabbies and you're welcome to my channel, Yabbies Own. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you my first job here in Hungary and why I quit. So the month is March, beautiful springtime. I think it was at a job fair, and one thing I love about this country is that they have several job fairs several times in the year, and also in different parts of there's different companies at the job fair. And that's one thing I love about this country, or this, you have several job fairs in a year in different venues, and everybody shows up. Okay, whatever job you can think of, they show up. Several multinational companies, several food producing companies, restaurants, you name it. Like every kind of job that's available in this country, you're likely going to find a stand at the job fair. So it's just me and my friend, and we're just going from one stand to another stand, submitting our CVs. And the thing also is that you were also able to submit your CV online. So we did the CV submission actually online, but we still went around with the hard copy just in case. But it wasn't really necessary, it wasn't really needed, because they already had our details online when we registered for the job fair. So there were so many stands, and I think we went to literally almost all of them. So we went from stand to stand to stand. We interviewed them, asked them a few questions, and got a couple of souvenirs, like a lot of souvenirs. This is one of them. Besides the souvenir, I've had several pens. I've never bought a pen since I came to this country. I get all of them from job fairs, sweets, you name it. I think I've given some out or disposed some of them, because I realized I didn't need some of them. So yeah, so we're moving from stand to stand. We tell them what we're doing, that we're in school, this is the course we are offering, and we're interested in their job. What does their job have to offer us? Like, what's their job about? Just basically interacting with the representatives, and then you fill some more forms and all of that good stuff. So we went through several stands, and at the end of the day we went home with souvenirs and tired legs, of course. But it was a very nice experience, because I think that was one of the largest job fairs I'd ever been to, literally, because they rented a portion of a stadium. So you can imagine, it was a very big place. A portion of a stadium was literally full. So we went home, a couple of days passed. As usual, we are sorry from different people. Most of them were sorry, we're this, we're that, we're that, we're that. Okay, finally, I got a response from, guess who? Okay, you know from the title, yes, KFC. Yes, KFC was also at the job fair. Like I told you, everyone. Actually, if I owned a business as well, I may just also be at the job fair. They told me they were interested in my services, and they told me all the formalities I had to go through and everything. So I went to this KFC branch. I went to speak with the branch manager, and he had all my details, gave me a shirt, the official shirt, and some boots. I think in April thereabout, I actually started work. One thing I also have to mention here is that the official language here in Hungary is the Hungarian language. I don't know how to speak the language, and I didn't even know any better then. At least now I can make out a few words, but then it was, because it was just a few months after I'd got here in this country, and I actually needed a job, not necessarily for the money, because I had a more stable source of income when I came here. So it wasn't more for the money, I would say, but it was also more for the experience of working abroad. Okay, so I couldn't speak the language and all of that, so I definitely could not be at the front desk. So I was in the kitchen. Frying the fries, making the burgers, making the zingers, making the grandas, making the curritos. Yes, I was in the kitchen doing all of that, and there were one or two people who could speak English, but most of the time they were mostly conversing in Hungarian, so I'll just be listening to nothing, trying to learn, and maybe we just have petty conversations and all of that stuff. So I used to fry the chips. Yes, you go into the cold room, you bring out the bag of chips, and the oil is already heated with the metallic, how do you call it? Metallic, it's shaped like a basket, and you can lift it out of, I don't know how it's called, like you can lift it out and put it back into the hot oil. Maybe I'll insert a picture somewhere somehow so you see how it looks like. You have a temporary fridge in the kitchen. The cold room is just a few steps from the kitchen, so you come and pack the fries you need for the day or till the fridge is full. Sometimes you can empty out the fridge before the day ends or before your shift ends. Take out the frozen chips, and then the oil is already heated, and then you open it and put it into the basket for frying, and then you lower it into the oil, and it's just sizzling, and it just smells so nice. So then after it's fried, you carry it. We have a small tray, and then you pour it into it, and then you start dishing it out into the small paper bags, very small paper. Is it a bag? Yeah, just a bag for when you're serving your fries with the chicken and everything else. Yeah, so you do all that. So that's what I used to do. I used to do a lot more of the fries, frying the fries, and also helping with making the burgers, what to do, putting in salads, putting in vegetables, mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, and yeah. And the thing about being a student and working here in Hungary, which also applies to several other European countries, is that you're allowed to work a maximum of 24 hours a week. Okay, so no matter how you schedule it or whatnot, you just have to work 24 hours a week. So usually there's a paper that goes round. Well, where I work, there's a paper that goes round every week. You just write the days you would like to work the following week. Okay, so let's say the paper comes out on Thursday, then you see your name. They'll be like, okay, I'd like to work, say, Thursday from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. or Thursdays from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Like, you just show, but whatever be the case, at the end of the week, you should have a total of not more than 24 hours. I will do that and all of that. Because they bring the paper out, meaning they want us to choose the days we are free to work, because it sort of was flexible. So I'll do that. So say I choose to work, okay, I would like to work on Mondays from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on that particular Monday. It can change from week to week depending on your schedule, because I have to go to school as well. So maybe on the day when I finish my lectures early in the morning, I can just go in the afternoon, or a day when I have a free day, I can do longer hours, like all of that stuff, to balance with my life. So I will do that. Say I choose to work for Mondays 12 to 4. I pick my train all the way to the restaurant. I get there. I look on the paper I had filled the following day. So you fill a rough paper, and then an official one comes out. And the official one comes out, and my name is not there for Monday. It's there for Tuesday, another time. I was like, okay, no worries. I just go home and come back, because let's say that day I don't have any class. So I'll just go home and come back that day, and then I'll work that day. Then I once confronted the guy in charge. I was like, this is not the day I chose. Is anything the matter? I really didn't get any proper explanation. And I also didn't see why they should change, because they had taken everyone's details, and there were no clashes. Actually, there were no clashes, because when you fill it, it's pasted for some days before the official one comes. I hope I'm not getting my details mixed up, but I know this was the reason why I quit, because I'd had it up to here. Because there were several times when I'll choose a day, say Tuesday 12 to 4, or Tuesday 8 to 12, or Tuesday 9 to 5, and then I get there, and then the thing had changed, and no one was informing me, no one was telling me anything. Meanwhile, they had my details, they had my email address, they had my phone number. You can reach me, you can tell me that, hey lady, your shift has been changed, or lady, it really got frustrating. Okay, it didn't happen once, it didn't happen twice, it didn't happen 3 times or 4 times. What annoyed me was sometimes you'd have to cancel appointments, you have to cancel some other important activities you like to engage in to go to work, and you get there and they have changed your shift without informing you. So there was just one day that was should be in summer, so about 5 months after working, I went again. I actually wasn't feeling so well, not so well that I couldn't work. I could work, but just one of those days. So I picked several buses and vehicles, and I finally got to my destination, and my shift had been changed. Again, no one informed me, no one seemed to care. I was like, man, I've had it up to maybe here. Like, I was literally drowning. I'm like, okay, I'm going home, and I'm not coming back. And this was not the first time. I told you, this is not the first time it had happened. And anytime it happened, I tell my friend Charlie, Tina, this is what they have done again. They are really annoying me. And no one is giving you answers. No one really seems to care. No one was really minding me or anything. So she was like, I'm even surprised I'm still going to work, because literally I just wanted the exposure and the job experience, not necessarily for the money, because it wasn't so much, honestly, because they reduced my shift I was working sometimes 16 hours instead of the maximum 24 hours in the week, and I wasn't really getting much. Like, I'm so thankful I didn't go there mainly for the money, but for the job experience and exposure in a foreign environment. That was the last straw that broke the camel's back. Okay, I was like, fine, I'm going home and I'm not coming back. And that aside, also, we have clothes and shoes, and we have lockers where you can save your clothes and shoes now. Now, most of the lockers had already been owned, so I usually kept my boots just somewhere under the lockers, thinking it was secure. Okay, I could take my shirt home. So you wore a shirt, a branded shirt, and then your nice pair of jeans trousers, and they also provided jeans trousers, but I wasn't comfortable because I feel someone may have worn someone's jeans, so I just took my pair of jeans trousers with the shirt, and then there are boots as well because there are safety boots. And so sometimes I'll keep my boots in this particular part of the locker room, and then I come and then my shoes are not there, or I come and then my shoes have been moved, and I can't find my shoes. I have to go and call the manager or the cleaner, and then they come to look and they can't find it, and then I find it somewhere else, or I may even end up wearing someone else's. I'm like, why? What's all this stress, man? So with all that, coupled with all the changes and shifts without giving me any prior notification or responding to anything, I was like, yeah. So I just took my bag. I just quit. And the funny thing is, no one actually called me. Nobody called me to ask me why. Nobody called me to even return their shirts or their card or whatever. Like, nobody minded me till now. And guess what? It's been more than 2 years on. And funny enough, about 2 months after I quit, I had a different offer. And if you're just interested in that story, I'll share it in my next video or in any video coming up. So if you're interested in that next story time, I'll be very glad to share with you how I got my next job after I quitted this one without having anywhere else to go. So yes, guys, this is the story of my very first job here in Hungary and how and why I quit. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to leave a couple of my videos here. If you really enjoyed the video, then kindly smash that like button, kindly subscribe to my channel, turn on your notifications so that each and every time I upload a video, you get to be the very first person to see it. Until then, beautiful people, it's bye for now.